Now, for 3 years now, the high school debates organized by LUV FM has been given a big voice to very young people who've been talking about stories of national interest. Let's speak to James Hammonds. James Alfred Hammonds is head events and promotions, LUV FM and Insure FM. Now, the competition is getting into the stage where only 16 schools are now going to be competing. James, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mama.
I hope you're good.
I guess I'm very good. I mean, we are alive, so we are fine.
Nice. So now we've got only 16 of the schools selected from the preliminary contest. But even before we talk about the 16 schools, let's talk about how the contest has been this year generally.
So it's been a great experience. Beginning this year, we plan to expand participation. And by so doing, we had to open it for all the schools in Ashanti to register and participate in the preliminary competition, which we had about 80 schools registering. And we've gone through phases of, contests, screening the schools to get the top 16 for the main competition. And it's been exciting. I mean, if you look at how these young ones expanded their arguments on issues that bother every Ghanaian, you'll be amazed. And I think it's the very first time we've done the zonal competition. It used to be by a certain criteria for selecting the schools. But after going through this process, I can say that it's been a very huge preparatory grounds for a lot of the schools. So you can only imagine the kind of experience we had in the main event. And I am so eager and desperate for the event to start on Monday.
Great. So from about over 80 schools that we've got now, we've limited it to 16. So beginning Monday, what's going to happen?
Listening.
How is it going to happen from Monday? What should we expect?
So on Monday, we're having two contests between Adventist Girls Senior High School, T.I. Amas, Kumasi. We have St. Jerome. St. Jerome actually is the defending champions. And they also face Efia Kobi Ampim Girls on Monday. Interestingly, I mean, if you look at the motions that we put before these young people to argue over, you'll be amazed. I mean, these are issues that bother the country. And in fact, the common objective of this platform is to give these young people we all believe are future leaders a voice and our national discourse. So, I mean, Mama, you can imagine a motion like media ethics breaches are to blame for the compromise of press freedom, not the government. We also have a motion like the double track system has more negatives than positives. So these are issues these young ones are going to elucidate points on, argue their stance on, and I mean, we are all desperate and eager to see how this pans out from Monday. And it goes on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The good thing is that we're going to have it live on radio here in Kumasi, LUV 99.5 FM. It will be live on our Facebook. And the good thing is that this is, by extension, getting to homes all over the country and, in fact, the world. I mean, it's going to be on Joy Prime. It will be on Joy Learning. We'll have playbacks from around 16 to the quarterfinals live on Joy Prime and Joy Learning. And then, thankfully, for the semifinals and the finals, we're going to have them live on Joy Prime and Joy Learning. So, we are more than ready. We are all bracing up for the event to begin on Monday.
Yeah. And it's also turned out to be a competition, not just for those who make the argument representing the schools, but the schools themselves. The schools themselves.
Exactly.
But how have you, monitoring from the beginning of this process, how is it changing the young people who participate?
So, in fact, observation indicates that now the young people are having a certain perception and mindset about the nation. We all believe that the young people in some few years to come will be the ones at the helm of affairs of our country, and that it would never be wrong for them to have a voice in some of these discussions. And in fact, the interesting bit is that in the past, debates were such that you get coaches writing your script for you and all. But in our debate, we get the students themselves doing their own research, coming up with points to defend their argument. And if you engage them, they tell you that this has been a very huge opportunity for them to appreciate the issues better having the time to dig deep into documents, reading online, reading books, appreciating news and happenings around us to be able to get solid point to buttress the argument has been a huge learning process for them. And that is the reason why we are proud to say that this is an event beyond giving them the voice to speak on matters of national interest. They're also learning some indispensable skills, which includes research skills, listening skills, public speaking skills, self-confidence, among a number of things. So it's been a huge privilege to these young ones. And in fact, not just them, even some of us who listen to them. They come up with stuff that you may not on a regular even hear. So it has been an educative platform for some of us. I mean, everybody who patronized this by way of audience, by way of partners, as sponsors, we all, at the end of the day, pick one or two things that are learnings for all of us.
Yeah, definitely I can relate. The young ones are brilliant. Sometimes we have to go and borrow from them. But you talk about partners and sponsors. Yeah. It's not been an easy year, but this is definitely good content. So who is supporting us on this?
Okay, so we're doing this in close partnership with the Ashanti Regional SLC. We also have aboard the Conference of Head of Assisted Schools, CHAS. We also have the Regional Directorate of Ghana Education Services also supporting this project. And then we have, as sponsors, we have Unilever with Key Soap and Close-Up sponsoring the brand. We have Cowbell from Promasidor also supporting this, and a number of other partners who are all in their small capacities making this happen. We say God bless all of them.
Great. So just the final one, on Monday, what time is the first contest? James, I'm asking the exact time for the first contest on Monday.
Sure.
So what time is the first contest?
The line was breaking. I couldn't hear you.
Okay, hopefully you can hear me better now. What's the time for the first contest?
It's off again. I can hardly hear you.
Okay, I'm afraid we'll have to work on that off air, but we'll certainly share the information with you. I've been talking to James Alfred Hermans. He's head events and promotions, LUV FM and Inshira FM. And that's our sister stations in Kumasi, and they've been organizing the high school debate. It's gotten into a very interesting round of 16, which will begin from Monday. It will be live on radio on LUV FM and online as well. If you're in Kumasi, you can listen on LUV FM. If you're around the world, of course, you can monitor online. It will be live on Facebook as well. But we're happy it will be on Joy Prime and Joy Learning Live. So I guess everywhere you are, you can catch up on the LUV FM High School Debate. Stay with us. You're still watching the AM show. Well, something before we wrap up.